Here in Los Angeles, it is now time for our PBC on FS1 main event of the evening. 10 rounds in the featherweight division, promoted by TGB Promotions, sponsored by Geico, Brooklyn Boxing, and MGM Resorts. Your three judges scoring our main event at ringside will be Rudy Barragan, Dr. Lou Moret, and Zachary Young. And the referee in charge when the bell sounds is Jack Reese. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He comes in wearing the green trunks trimmed with the gold. Weighing in officially at 126 and 1/2 pounds. His record 11 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Desde Jalisco, Mexico. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, presentando Rigoberto Hermosillo. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. He comes in wearing the white trunks trimmed with the red and gold. Weighing in officially at 127 pounds. His professional record a perfect one. 20 bouts, 20 victories, 14 of those coming by way of a knockout. Joining us from Tagbilaran, Bohol, Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the top featherweight contender, Mark Magnifico MAGSAYO.
Over here, please. Facing me, right here. Facing me. Facing me. Good. Mark right here, facing me. Mouthpiece. Mouthpiece. All right. These are good. These are good right now, Manny. They might come up a little bit, so I'm going to let them work right here. I got a righty against the lefty, so don't step on each other's feet if you can, and watch your heads. Please listen and obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Fight hard, fight clean. Good luck to both of you.
For Rigoberto Hermosillo, there is Mark MAGSAYO. He said he's working on not being reckless and being smarter. For Rigoberto Hermosillo, he said everything is on the line in this fight. Everything. Hermosillo, a 3-week replacement for Jose Herro, who stepped away from the sport. In steps in the southpaw, Rigoberto Hermosillo. Mark MAGSAYO, no stranger to having changes. When he last fought here in the United States against Ramiro Robles, he said the exact same thing happened to him.
Ooh, good right hand right off the bat by MAGSAYO.
Nice left hook there by MAGSAYO. Mark MAGSAYO with a knockout percentage of 73%, but he is giving up 3 inches to Hermosillo. Ray Flores, Joe Goose, and Jordan Plant.
He is, but he's got such quick feet. You see how he gets in and out very fast, MAGSAYO, so he'll make up for that reach by doing that. But, you know, here's one thing he's got to be careful for is leaving that left hand low against the southpaw.
Nice straight right hand.
Boy, he's got quick hands, doesn't he?
By MAGSAYO.
He's got quick hands, doesn't he? But look at this.
Absolutely. But back comes Hermosillo. Hermosillo, since he was 13, has been calling Victorville, California, his home. There's a straight left by Hermosillo.
And, you know, Hermosillo, you know, obviously, you know, he's a rugged guy. And even when he was fighting Manny Robles, who had him down in the first round, he came back and rallied in that fight to make it a close fight, undefeated Manny Robles. So, you know, Hermosillo's a very durable guy. He's going to go to that liver with that left hand, okay? He's a southpaw. His strong hand is his left hand. And he's going to try to hit that body a lot with that left hand right under that rib cage, under the right elbow of MAGSAYO there. That's his favorite punch. Boy.
There's a whipping right cross by MAGSAYO.
He whipped that right into the body of Hermosillo. So there's that right hook by Hermosillo, and it's going to something I'm going to talk about in the keys to victory.
There's a straight right that backed up Hermosillo. 2 big right hands clobbering Hermosillo.
Man, is this kid quick, MAGSAYO, isn't he?
Oh, he is very fluid and fast, but back comes the Mexican in Hermosillo.
I can already see the improvement with his tutelage under Freddie Roach right now, because in a few fights that I had seen on tape, he was a little bit wide. He was wasting punches. None of that here. He looked sharper, crisper. See that little left hook he tried to drop in over that right hand of Hermosillo? I like what I see right now.
Well, you mentioned about how wild MAGSAYO has been in the past 4 years ago. Big right hand that backed up Hermosillo. He clocked him. He had him rocked.
Boy, if he hits him again with something sharp like that,
could be lights out.
Well, at least he might put him down. But I got to tell you, that really wobbled Hermosillo. But that's the quick hands of MAGSAYO, man. He's just really, it's lightning fast.
25 years old from the Philippines, but back comes Hermosillo. Hermosillo has a little bit of blood outside of his right eyebrow. That ends the first.
Wow.
So take a look, the power punching from MAGSAYO. What force behind that right hand, Joe?
Well, see, look, MAGSAYO went to the Hermosillo went to the body with that left hand to the liver, and of course MAGSAYO countered, right hand up next to his chin when he's going to the body with the liver shots from his left hand side, and then when he's close, he's got to hit the body hard, but he's got to protect himself.
Well, for Mark MAGSAYO, he's hoping to follow in the footsteps of his idol Manny Pacquiao and become a world champion. Pacquiao took a liking to MAGSAYO and feels that he can be a rags to riches story, much like what he's been able to do. And the Philippines certainly being well represented. John Riel Casimero victorious last week, and here this week we see the unbeaten featherweight contender in MAGSAYO.
MAGSAYO just whistled another counter right hand right past the left hand that Hermosillo threw in there. Luckily, he pulled his head out just in time. But, man, he's really looking to counter, and he's quick with his counters, MAGSAYO. See, there's the body work I was talking about. When you get in close, you got to do some damage because he got hurt by Chris Avalos, MAGSAYO did, to the body and got dropped by him.
He was dropped in the third round.
That's right. So, he can't be hurt himself. And look, you saw MAGSAYO, he just kind of pointed down to his trunks like that left hand was low, which it wasn't. It was a good straight body shot by Hermosillo right in the belly.
Blistering hand speed, that right continues to hammer away upon Hermosillo. But back comes the 28-year-old from Jalisco, and he ate a left hook.
That's right, he's good.
Forward.
That's right, that left hook is what I said. He's really dangerous with that left hand.
Rigo, did you get a cut?
Uh-oh. Well,
No, I got a headbutt, no blood. Time in.
Midway point of the second, a clash of heads, inadvertent.
well, Jack Reese, the referees. Oh, good left hand by
Left by Hermosillo. And Jack Reese did a very good job to go in there, make sure they were both taken care of.
So behind your head when you're like that.
As you pointed out, Joe, against MAGSAYO, for MAGSAYO, he's been on the deck just once against Chris Avalos, but he would go back to finish him off in the sixth round. That was in the Philippines in front of nearly 30,000.
That's right. It was a tremendous comeback because, look, it looked like he got tired after the second round, MAGSAYO, because he threw so many wasted punches. And then, Chris Avalos, being the great fighter he was, really went to the body hard and drained him even more, and then was able to drop him. But MAGSAYO, being the competitor and great fighter as he came back to stop Chris Avalos in that fight, which shows his heart and determination.
When MAGSAYO's coming off of a 13-month layoff, he defeated Panyo Utak, who was a former world champion, on 2 of the 3 scorecards in that fight on August 31st of last year. It was a shutout, so MAGSAYO's certainly getting better and trying to crack and get closer to a world title shot.
Yeah, and the record for Uthak was like 53-6. I mean, he had a heck of a record.
MAGSAYO certainly not afraid to test his skills against high-level opposition. Final moments of the second, but punches towards MAGSAYO. Here's that straight left, boom. MAGSAYO took it well. On to the third. And RIGOBERTO Hermosillo going at it. Joe, this has been a very entertaining matchup thus far.
It's a dangerous fight for both guys because both guys are really good. And let me tell you something. MAGSAYO is reacting to that straight left hand that Hermosillo's throwing right into his belly. Every time Hermosillo throws that straight left hand down there, and Jack may say some race about that, but it hit the belt line, so it was legal. He's reacting to it, but I don't know if that's just a nervous thing he does. He drops his hands, and MAGSAYO Magsayo and hits his belly right there. But it sure coincides with every time he gets hit to the body.
And let's take a look at the two losses for Hermosillo last year. He lost to Manny Robles via split decision and then came up short against Victor Slavinsky on the undercard of Wilder Ortiz #2. In the fight against Robles, he felt that he started too early and didn't have enough left down the stretch. In the fight with Slavinsky, he felt that he started, too late, in his opinion.
Well, that might be true. I thought he came on later in the fight against Ramos, though. I mean, I thought that's what got him the split decision against Ramos. But look, right now, that experience is going to probably serve him well in this fight against a really, really tough guy at Magsayo. And there he is going to that body. But I got to tell you, he drops that right hand really low. And Hermosillo, when he jumps in with that left uppercut to the belly, and if Magsayo times that, he could catch him with a left hook as he jumped. Ooh, good straight right hand by Magsayo.
Just over the midway point of the third round.
You saw that left hook. I hit her up. You saw that. See, exactly what I was saying. Magsayo tried to time that hook just like that right there.
Good combination punching by Mark Magsayo. Well, Joe, I think it is so apropos that Magsayo jettisoned his old trainers, and then he came to learn under the guidance of Freddie Roach, which Freddie and Manny Pacquiao have been like a father-son tandem for well over a decade.
Well, you got to do that. Listen, sometimes your coaches run out of ideas for you because they haven't been to the, to the mountain yet. They haven't been at the top of the game, and they run out of ideas for you, and you can't advance if you don't have new ideas being fed to you. So it makes sense. And Freddie's been there and back 100 times.
Well, I said a decade that they've been together, more like 2 decades if I stand corrected myself. So, yes, Freddie Roach certainly knows what it's like to cultivate a young Filipino prospect and develop them into a world champion. There you see the 7-time Trainer of the Year Hall of Famer, Freddie Roach.
Yeah, and while we were discussing that, Hermosillo just pinned Magsayo on the ropes there. And like I said, he's got to go to the body hard. Boy, was he doing it right there. He landed like 4 or 5 hard shots in the row. He had Magsayo pinned on the ropes.
Final moments of the third. Ooh, big right hand for Magsayo.
That is the biggest difference. And he just, his defense looks tighter. Just everything about him looks better. And he's also using his energy wisely, where he didn't in the fights that we saw earlier without Freddie.
Well, he was more reckless in his previous fights, and now he is a lot more disciplined and defensive-minded, but he still has his aggression.
Yeah, well, look, he's capable of boxing and pressing.
A couple big right hands that clocked Hermosillo.
Ooh.
Back comes Hermosillo trying to close the distance. Hermosillo looking to snap his 2-fight losing streak. This is his 3rd straight undefeated opponent.
Well, Hermosillo is really doing some good things in there, but he better keep a real tight defense against Magsayo because he's very accurate like that. He just hardly ever misses that right hand. But Hermosillo's got his hands real close and tight to his face. Now, if he puts that pressure on, he's got to do things like that.
There's a big right hook, and he literally jarred back the jaw of Magsayo.
He's been landing solid punches throughout this whole fight. Don't kid yourself. It's just that Magsayo's the more flamboyant-looking guy in there, and he's got cat-like reflexes. And Hermosillo is just kind of a workman-like. Landed a good body shot. He worked a couple shots to the head, Hermosillo, then dropped that left uppercut right into the liver.
We just saw a big left uppercut at close range that found its destination for Hermosillo. But they're answering back with a right to the body was Magsayo.
That's right. Magsayo slipped inside the jab of Hermosillo and threw a right uppercut right to the belly.
Joe, this is starting to really sizzle between these two. The rivalry between the Philippines and Mexico on display here this evening.
Well, without a doubt. I don't think we've seen the best of it yet. I think this is going to get very interesting. But Hermosillo's doing what he should be doing. When he gets in close, he's really ripping the body. Even though he just missed 2 shots to the head, he should forget about the head. Just keep targeting that body to slow him down for the later rounds so the head opens up for you.
We are nearing 30 seconds to go in this 4th round. A left to the body by Hermosillo. Boy, he is workmanlike and tries to pressure you to every inch of the ring, Joe.
Yeah, and he loves to use the left hand. I mean, he rarely uses the hook, Hermosillo, but, right there,